Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
Welcome, everyone. This is Steve Meising, your host in the ISE webinar series. Today I have John Person with me, and he'll be talking about staying on the right side of the market. John is president of the nationalfutures.com advisory services, and if you go to his website, you can find out where he's speaking. I'd urge you to, after this presentation today, you're going to want to go to his website and learn more about where he's speaking, because you can click on that right there on events and seminars. I'm looking at his website right now. He has a trading course. He has trading system. He's got newsletters, a lot of indicators. He has a university. So I'd urge you, especially after you listen to John, because John has been trading for many, many years, and he is just an excellent resource. So, again, after today, please go check out his website at nationalfutures.com. John, thanks so much for joining us today. I appreciate that you joined us today, and I just can't wait for your presentation.
Well, thank you very much for having me here, Steve. I do a few seminars, and more importantly, just to address that real quickly, for some of those people who know or maybe that don't know, I've been to Europe in the last few years, and I've addressed a lot of banks and institutions, and here in the United States, I've addressed the exchanges, members of the exchanges, and some of my work that I've been doing for over 30 years. And I'm kind of proud to say that I'm going back to Paris in September, and a lot of the material that I'm going to present today to just expose to you is material that I gave to one of the most skeptic crowds I've probably ever given a presentation to, and it was in Paris at the Technical Analysis Expo. And it's one of the premier European technical analysis, the IFTA, International Federation of Technical Analysis Societies there, and there's a lot of hard-nosed Europeans that think that, of course, they're better than us and blah, blah, blah. But I found it to be, an excellent expose. And long story short, what I'm presenting today is some of the similar material that I presented there to these hardliners and these the School of Old Knocks technical analysis people. And they awarded me the 2008 recipient of the Gold Medal Award. So I'm very pleased to say that, if I can show, a lot of expert traders and people interested in my method, which is very unique. It's not something that's been regurgitated like stochastics, which I actually was a disciple of George Lane. I worked for him for 2 years back from 80 to 82. But my work is original, and it's something that, I also developed not only the pivot and a pivot point moving average and a filtering method, which I'll share with you today, but also, one of the things that I did is I came out and identified candlesticks and how they interacted well with pivots. And I think it's very important the two go together. But there's one other aspect that I don't think traders deal enough with, and that's seasonalities. And there's a cycle and there's a seasonal element in almost every single market that we trade. And believe it or not, it includes currencies. And I wanted to share that in today's presentation and not only give you an eye-opener of what I do, but something that you can walk away with at the end of this presentation and apply immediately. Steve was very kind to introduce our website, nationalfutures.com, and certainly feel free to go visit there. There's a wealth of information that you can go and visit there, and, if you want us to contact you, then you need to fill something out. But you can go through that website. We don't require you to fill anything out if you don't want to. You can go and download where to find commitment of traders reports. There's a free pivot point calculator. There's a lot of educational information there, free of charge, without giving us any information, and that's just the way we have done things. If people want to get a hold of me, then pretty much they do. What I'd like to go in and view starting now is Of course, making sure that everyone's aware that trading is risky, number one. Please read this disclosure. For the sake of simplicity, any examples that we give, I generally, because of the nature that this is an educational content presentation, any trades or any description that I may or may not give would not include any transaction fee, taxes, or, of course, commissions. So please understand that this is educational in nature. The information here is copywritten, so I'd appreciate it not to find this on, other people's websites. And of course, ISE is asked me to come in to present to you based on my material as an educational content information, and so I do hope that you find it beneficial. About ISE and the FX options, I'm going to go through today to show you some stuff that if you are trading stocks, then you want to take a second look at foreign currencies, number one. And for stock traders, very easy to trade. If you're a futures trader, maybe perhaps you're a little bit tired of some of the difficulties you may experience in trading some FX options through the exchanges, as well as if you're trading spot Forex. I think you'll find some stuff today quite revealing. Before we started, Steve and I were talking, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that ISE offers a slew of different foreign currency products. Australian dollar, their symbols AUX, the British pound BPX, Canadian dollar CDD, and the euro EUI, Swiss franc SFC, and the yuck, of course, being Japanese yen. I personally, the three big currencies I trade is usually the euro. I do trade the pound from time to time, and the yen. The euro and the yen are the two outright currencies against the dollar that I personally trade and follow and track. I wouldn't say regularly, more religiously.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.